I just want to begin by saying, and I'm not going to get into it, but this is just another example of a section of text that has the Canaanite, the Kenizzite, and the Cadmonite from Genesis 15:19 strewn throughout it. And I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to take you through the Hebrew, but it's all there. Like I'll point it out some of it in the English. But for now, let's focus on the brain. For all the 70 Sanhedrin who are the aspect of the 70 faces of the Torah, all receive from David Mashiach, as his vitality is from the aspect of the aforementioned elders, which is Zakanim. So it has Canim in it, Canaanites. And if you take Zakanim and mix up like one letter, you get Kenizzites. So they're all related. Canaanites and Kenizzites is all found in elders. So these aforementioned elders, who are the aspect of Tikune, Dikna, Kadisha, the aspect of honoring the face, the aspect of stories of ancient times. And here is your Cadmonite. So here you have your Canaanite and your Kenizzite, and here your Cadmonite, the ancient one, these stories of ancient times. Kadmon, as in Adam Kadmon, Adam ha-Kadmani, the Cadmonite. As all the 70 faces of the Torah are drawn from them, from these 70 elders, or the 70 members of the Sanhedrin. As thereby one can wake up from sleep, which is the absence of the brains. And by means of these elders, the aspect of the stories are drawn all the 70 faces of the Torah, and we wake up from sleep. Which, this is the aspect of the 70 years that David lived. And therefore, he minimized sleep to the utmost. As our rabbis said in Sukkah 26, that David never slept 60 breaths, so as to not taste the taste of death. For sleep is 1/60th of death, which is drawn from Adam HaRishon's mistake. And another name for Adam HaRishon is Adam HaKadmani. By eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or the knowledge of good and bad, and blemishing the tree of life, which is the aspect of the light of the tefillin, or these phylacteries that they'll wear on the arm and head, as it is brought. For tefillin are the aspect of life, the aspect of the tree of life, of which it is said, and he eat and live forever, in Genesis 3. And by causing this damage, death was decreed on him for generations. But actually, after the mistake, death and sleep are a great benefit. For had Adam not erred, he would have attained true life, which is everlasting life, long life, whilst still in the body. That is, in his body, he would have been able to be included in the Ein Sof forever, running and returning and live long life, that is, renewing his vitality forever. In the aspect of renewing life of the highest elder, who is the blind one, who we know isn't really blind, and even though he's the highest elder, he's actually really young, which is Yanek, which is Cani, backwards. Again, Canaanite, Kenizzite, Cadmonite, you see now. So, in the aspect of renewing life of the highest elder, who is the blind one, who lived a long life, as he is forever old, and yet forever infantile, as in a suckling infant, a nursing baby. newborn, as mentioned. But after the mistake, and having eaten from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and being driven from Gan Eden, so the Garden of Eden, and the serpent's filth taking grip on his body, the aspect of the serpent's bite, it is impossible for him to live long life in his body forever. And it is impossible to attain everlasting life except by death, which is a great benefit, as in sleep, as is written in Genesis 1. And behold, good, meod, this is death. For by means of death, which is sleep, his brain is renewed, and then his body and life are renewed, and then he comes back to life in a body clean and pure, that is entirely cleaned and purified of the serpent's filth. And then he will attain receiving new brains in the aspect of tefillin, the tree of life, which are the aspect of long life. He will attain them. That is, then he will attain living such life forever, as at all time life and brains will be added to him, until the older he gets, the more he will attain beginning anew, which this is the aspect of the blind elder, which this is the essence of everlasting life, and whoever attains will attain in the future to come. For constant delight is no delight, and is not called true life, but rather when one attains living new life at all times. And this is the aspect of long life, everlasting life, that the Tzaddikim will attain in the future after revival of the dead. That is the aforementioned aspect, as they will attain renewing their life at all times, which is the aspect of tefillin, as mentioned.